We've made them all wait long. Isn't Joey Mack. Here's
step by step.
Look, George, I know you're not exactly the boy band type, but you kids on the block, a phenomenon.
Step by step. Ooh, baby.
With an 80 record sold, girls at the entertainers on.
I have never been happy in my whole life.
So much fame, so young, and none younger than little McIntyre. Just was recruited a band. 4 years later, with you, he and the to stardom. That the new kids ruled, but every dynasty has come to an end. Before the boy and Joey went at tough. He out his first himself to radio stations. Finally paid off. And he landed a record deal. He also got into acting. He hit the lead in Wicked and in the movie version of Tony and His Wedding.
Good times.
Joey also did Boston Pop, and yeah, that's showing off his season of dance bars. None of that match came in 2008. New Kids Together put out a new album, had a new hit single, and did a tour. Days after that, Joey was back in the studio working his latest album called Here We Again.
Thanks,
of course. Thanks, man.
Can I get a copy of that?
Sure. I guarantee you 60 to 70% of that stuff.
At least. Yeah. It's not.
You got a copy your whole life in your life.
Why do we interview like the rock star? What am I thinking? I did this like the
yeah,
you know what I mean? I thought you were gonna.
Oh, we do a little bit of news, but we figured, why do I got to put a tie to the news?
Exactly.
Although that's pretty hot tie, so you're
Thank you.
artist, and then you know your time off. Yeah. You know the industry changes. You decide to be your solo artist. Make the decision to be back in the career of artist, into your own identity. Then embrace identity. That's
to then
coming back. That's. I'm sure that wasn't a decision. No, I'm sure it wasn't easy.
It wasn't there's are many no-brainers. You know, it's good. No, I mean it's everything. I mean you could have the total pack of everything, and it just might not be the right time. And in the end, it was the right for the new kids and our fans to come there. And but I thought it was fun, just the fact that us five wanted to get back together. You know what I mean? These were bored. I mean, and so it's like the fact that they chance was enough for me. I mean, things go wrong, but it just kept us fun doing it.
Was Stan the Sting who just reformed? Was there a holdout?
No, really. Everybody wanted it at the right time. I mean, it's you know, regular reunions with buddies from in high school are hard to put together. So to do this was hard. So I think it was kind of meant to be, and we wanted to do it the right way and have fun. So it was cool. It was really, and as far as, you know, separating yourself and having your own career, you can't really argue with, you know, when you're part of a success like that, and you've been lucky enough to, you know, do what we did a couple of times. You can't fight that.
Right.
I wouldn't want to fight it.
But you know, a lot of your friends would have done it. A lot of people do try to fight that and try to forge. And so I wondered about just the process in your mind.
Well, I think the more I do my own stuff, the more I can embrace the group. I mean, you know, like I said, there are times where I want to do it my way, you know what I mean? But there are times like, you know, I wish a couple of the guys were here tonight. So because I feel like, how am I going to entertain all these people?
The idea of being able to embrace, you know, your stuff because of your solo work, is it interesting for you to be on stage in New Kids? Because you're a better songwriter now as you get older, right? And you're more experienced.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, I was lucky on this album to meet the right, you know, production team and kind of hit the ground running. But do what you do. You try to grow each album. You try to and take it to the next level. And I had a lot of fun making this record. And I think it's kind of summed up all I was feeling. And to me, that's kind of that's success if you can do that.
That's what I was wondering. Success has to change for years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still crazy. You know what I mean? I'm still up at night going thing because, you know, it's not going right.
That's just because you're from Boston, though, right?
I haven't. It's true. It is definitely my Boston attitude. But, you know, I'm not levitating. You know, I'm not Zen state yet. But you try to let go as much as possible because it is kind of like, I think that it is the best way is when you let go and just do what you do and not worry about the consequences. And I'm getting there.
When you're on the road, like even the first time, but even now in a reunion, when the success is so huge, the attention and noise around you is such a big thing. Are you aware of what are you aware of, you know, at the moment when all that's when that's going around you? Some people are oblivious to the reality of time.
Nah, I mean, well, I like being on stage. I like performing. I love the connection with the audience. So I like being aware of that stuff. I think some people are just wired to not be aware of it, and some people are. I'm probably a little bit more aware of it than maybe, just, for example, some of the other guys in the group. You know what I mean? We're all wired differently, but I think that it's always different from the outside. On the inside, you're just kind of doing your thing. You don't, so many people have said to me over the years, like, you guys were like out of you. It was crazy, man. And it didn't, it was crazy. I mean, when you're trying to run for your life, that is crazy. But,
because you could die by pleasure, the worst death of all, right?
That sounds like fun, dude.
Well, I've seen the video when I worked at Much Music of you running. You should run the other way, Joe.
Yeah.
Run the other way. But it was. I mean, did it feel crazy inside? Because you hear so much about how everybody says it's a business at a certain point, and then that takes you away from the art often.
Yeah. I mean, it's a grind, but that's what makes what we did the last couple of years, so special. I mean, the magnitude of what we did, and again, I grew up in theater, so like this, as you know, is an amazing audience. I mean, it's right here. It doesn't really matter. It's about just doing what you do and making a connection. But to play arenas and to do that scale as an adult again was, it gave you, tingles up your spine. It was awe-inspiring. You know what I mean?
Do you guys set up a support group for other guys who are in bands similar to yours? Because it's so crazy, the reality. Would you call somebody from NSYNC and go, listen?
We should do it. It would be like a bounty hunter, like crossed with like a rehab show. Yeah. Because I think a lot of the guys in groups like this, they don't want to get the help. Yeah. You almost have to throw a net over them. No, dude. It's time. Come on. You're going in. You know what I mean? You wrap them up, and then we can put them through some therapy. I don't know,
Who was the guy in your band that was the bounty hunter? Was there one person who would throw the net and say, you need to straighten up here?
Oh, man. Probably me. I just couldn't get him in the bag. So. Yeah, you know what I mean? I couldn't tackle him. But no, I mean, these guys have to live it themselves. A lot of people say, well, what advice would you give to younger kids coming up? I mean, you just go through it. Hopefully they have good family and good people around them that keep what's important in life, and in their consciousness while millions of people are trying to rip their clothes off.
Yeah. We'll stick around more with Joey McIntyre right after this. What did you learn from being in a boy band about parenting? Aside from how to make them.